Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Lisa Blackburn, my YouTube channel, and we are talking about bonds and physical science in this part 2 of the video. So we have all gotten a laminated page, and we have written with a dry erase marker NaCl, and we have half a cup of Cheerios, and we're going to use our Cheerios to learn how to model the ionic compound. Now, NaCl, what is this? What's its name? Anybody know this one? Sodium chloride. Where do you find this? Salt. Is there some salt in our Cheerios? Probably so. All right, or else they wouldn't taste very good. Okay, so what you're going to do, your Cheerios represent valence electrons. You look and see what column it's in to know how many it's got, how many squares over it is. Sodium is 1 square over. Does that make sense to you? It's in the first column. So it gets, when it's an atom, not an ion, it gets 1 electron. I want you to lay your 1 Cheerio next to the sodium right there. There's his regular electron when he's an atom, not an ion. Now, how many squares over is chlorine? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does everybody see how I counted 7 squares over? So how many Cheerios do you think chlorine's going to get? It's going to get 7. So get out 7 Cheerios, and I'm going to draw it because if I hold it up, it's going to fall off. So I'm going to just draw them on mine. You do it with real Cheerios. Okay, so I got 1 drawn here, and I'm going to draw 7 here. Okay. So I want you to put your Cheerios around your chlorine like that. I want the ones across the top and bottom to be horizontal. I want the ones on the sides to be vertical. Does everybody see that? Make it like mine. Make it like a box around the chlorine. Put your, oh, that looks very good. Miss Olivia, if you will help look and make sure they're doing their Cheerios correctly. As you walk around, I would appreciate that. Okay, so once you get them on there, what we're going to say to ourselves is how many does they each want either no Cheerios or they want 8? Are either of these 2 atoms happy right now? No, they're not happy. But they don't have, either of them don't have 8 Cheerios. This one's got 1 and this one's got 7. Do you see how they could work out a deal? You could take this one would go away and put it over here. Now, chlorine has 8 and sodium has none, and it's happier that way. It'd rather have none than 8. In that level. Now this one has 8, it's all happy, and this one actually has 8 on its lower down level. So they're both happy. Now, moving an electron over gave them a charge. This one lost an electron, which is negative, so it became what charge? Positive. So I want you to take your marker and put a little plus there for +1. Chlorine gained an electron that's negative, so what charge did it get? It's -1. It gained electrons. Electrons are negative. So now we have sodium that's positive, chloride that's negative, and what do opposites do? They attract. So they're stuck together like with a magnet, but it's with this force of attraction. And that's why salt holds together, and you can shake it on your food, is this right here. Now, what I want you to do is we're going to do a couple of things. One is I want you to go to your notes, and I want you to go through and look at the first one we had was sodium chloride. Our second one we had is calcium fluoride. We're not going to do that one yet. What I want you to do is this. I want you to turn your little page over. I want you to do your Cheerios, and I want you, for whatever element you have, I want you to see if you can make its Lewis structure before it has transferred any electrons. So I've got oxygen. So I would go and look on the periodic table for oxygen. I would count how many are over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I didn't tell this to you, but I need to tell you now. When you put your 6 electrons on, are you listening, Alan? Shh. You do 1 on each side before they double up. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And remember, one's on top, go horizontal. One's on the side, go vertical. It doesn't matter where you start. You just count on the periodic table how many squares over. You can look at either of those, or if you've got yours, you can take it out. And you go around, and I want you to put your Cheerios around it, making the Lewis structure. Once you've made the one for your card with the person sitting at your seat, we're going to walk around and take a look at them, see if they're right. And if they're all right, then we're going to pass it. All the cards are different. And we're going to pass them around the room until we get really good at this with the Cheerios. Any questions? Okay, I'm going to stop the video while we do this activity. We'll come back for part 3. Science is great.